AlpenFury is the newest roller coaster at Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario. A lot of people, including me, were very excited leading up to this coaster's opening. But does this coaster live up to the hype? Keep watching to find out if AlpenFury is a juice or a deuce. First off, let's talk about the queue setup. When I went, I was able to get there early enough to skip a long line, but while I was there, I could tell how bad it would be waiting there for multiple hours. I know that since I went, they've added some cover to the line, but I feel like they should have just gotten something with better capacity in the first place. Then, at the front of the line, you get in a train. I know these trains are an upgrade from their previous skyrocket coasters, but I wish they were able to get rid of the shin guard, and they still felt a bit tight. Another problem with the trains is the capacity. Each car holds 3 rows of 2 people each, with 3 cars, for a total of 18 people for each train. This coaster only runs 2 trains, but any more and they would just stack on the brake run. I wish they were able to make the trains longer though, because the coaster has a capacity that is much worse than the 3 B&M coasters also at Canada's Wonderland. This, combined with the ride's newness and popularity, means the lines can get very long for this coaster, so it's important to get there way before opening of the park. I got to the park about 40 minutes before opening on a weekday and went straight to the coaster when the park opened and only waited about 20 minutes, so that seemed to be a good time. Now, onto the ride experience. This coaster starts with a small right turn, then it goes into a launch and dives under Wonder Mountain. This launch isn't very intense, but the hill that goes under the mountain has some very good airtime. Then you hit a second launch inside the mountain. I was not expecting this launch to be as intense as it was. This is definitely one of the most intense launches I've been on, and your head is pinned to the headrest for the whole thing. After this launch, you shoot out the top of the mountain into a double inverting top hat. The exit of the mountain has a fire effect, but it's usually not on except for nighttime. This double inverting top hat is a very floaty element, and I really enjoyed the drop down from it as well. Then, you go into a valley with some very strong positive Gs, and into an overbanked turn. This is one of the weaker moments on the ride, because it didn't really have much force. Next, you go into a big 0G stall. This is another very floaty element on the ride. You can also look down at people on the path below you, and I hope they don't install nets underneath this element. After that, you go into a tight upwards turn that leads into a barrel roll down drop. The turn part packs in some very strong positive G-force, and the drop part is fun and disorienting. Next up is an element called the ice winder roll, which is kind of like a banana roll that's been stretched out. It consists of a 270-degree barrel roll up, then while you're sideways, you rotate the other way back down. This was also a very enjoyable element because it's very floaty and disorienting. Next, you go into a double barrel roll known as the fire serpent roll. This is another great element because it's taken at a good speed, and it's cool how it weaves around the overbank from earlier. Then, you go into a small 0G roll over Ninja's drop. Despite its size, this element has some decent force. Finally, after that you hop up into a small bump and then go into the brakes. The thing that's probably the best about AlpenFury's layout is the pacing. This ride runs very fast from start to finish, and almost all the elements are good. This coaster is very forceful and unique, and definitely Premier Ride's best coaster. This is far and away the best coaster in the park. Leviathan and Behemoth don't even come close. I've heard people compare this coaster to Intamin Blitz coasters such as Maverick and Velocicoaster, and while I haven't ridden those coasters so I can't speak for that, I will say this coaster is much better than my former number 1 coaster, X2 at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Based on all the things I've just said, You can probably guess that this coaster is a big juice, and you would be right. As I mentioned, this is my new #1 coaster, so that says enough. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Also, if you've ridden AlpenFury at Canada's Wonderland, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Again, thanks for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.